Hey everybody, it's another Friday on of.seven with me, Oki-chan. It's Stardate 70.05, and Kano-chan's question for me is, what are my top 5 most crazy anime scenes? And it's fairly hard to pick a specific, scene that's crazy, because usually the whole series is crazy. But yeah. I remember seeing this one. I can't remember the entire name, but I do remember the first half of the name. I believe the first half was called Beat Angel. And there was a girl and a guy, and they looked as if they were about to kiss, and then right before they do, she starts laughing, and she sounds like an evil laugh, and she's got this giant club that comes out of nowhere, and she beats his head off. She just swings it and his head comes off, and it's so disturbing and crazy. It's weird. It left me speechless when I saw it. So that's my number 5. My number 4 is probably the fight between Fu and King Bradley in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's just like an epic fight, and it's kind of a crazy sort of fight to begin with. So I don't want to give any spoilers for that fight because it's too awesome to spoil. Number 3 would probably, this one isn't very crazy as much as funny yet awkward. It's from the 3rd episode of Lucky Star, and they're on a train, and then Konata starts to complain that it's hot, and she starts waving her piece of paper everywhere, and then there's this guy right in front of her. He's trying not to look, but for some reason she feels the need to actually fan under her skirt, which makes a breeze start from under her skirt. And this guy is of course sitting down, so he is about the same level as her skirt. So he's trying very hard not to look at her, but she doesn't seem to care, and she's embarrassing her friends and all of that. So that's more of an awkward yet funny kind of thing than crazy, but I consider it kind of crazy. My number 2 would probably be any sort of scene from Fooly-Cooly, because the whole series itself is just one big crazy show about growing up, and growing up is already crazy, but then they sort of pump it full of more unnecessary crazy, which just make it, I consider it the most crazy show in anime, because no one seems to get it. My number 1 is probably the scene where Haruhi, in the 2nd episode, she steals a computer from the computer club by blackmail and taking fake pictures of the computer club and Mikuru, and it just made me laugh so hard about how she was doing it and what she was saying when she was doing it, and it was funny but kind of awkward and a little bit shameful for if that actually happened in real life. But that would probably be my #1 crazy scene because of how she was doing it mainly. And now I need to think of a question for Dylan. Well, I was thinking about this yesterday, and it was during when everyone was talking on my blog TV channel thing, and we were also listening to music. So what are your top 5 or your top 10 if you can think of more than that, because this is also top 10 themed. So I'm just going to go with top 10. If you can't think of an entire 10, what's your top 5 favorite anime music song things? Songs, yeah. So what are your top 5 or 10 favorite anime songs? They don't have to be theme songs. They can be like songs that you hear in the background or the ending or whatever you feel like. As long as it comes from an anime, it doesn't even have to be in Japanese. So that's your question, and I will see you next week. Probably. Bye!